So my camera kind of conked out on me a little bit. It just needs to cool down. It's been hot. So I'm going to continue with my iPhone here. So again, I'm going to go like going up like this, okay? And then I'm going to add some of that bright green underneath there. This is just a layer. Okay. So again, it's green, a little bit of green, a little bit of this, and a tiny little bit of the brown. Oops. And then just go with this. Where else here? Nope, it's more like here. Green, brown. And then, of course, there's going to be some parts where it still has to be lighter or brighter. And we're just going to go over that later on. So this is just first few layers, and the more layers you have, the better your painting looks. So here, this leaf right here, it's just around here, the middle type of green. Oops, I forgot to put a little bit of brown there. And it goes kind of around like this. Brush is getting there. And then here, inside here. If you look at the drawing, I mean the picture itself, you're going to see where I'm attacking this color right here. Don't worry that it doesn't look like anything right now. That's fine, because it's gonna come together later on. So here it's inside this leaf right here and here. That'll work. And the less perfect it is, I can't stress that enough. The less perfect it is, the better. Your painting turns out. And then inside here, add a little bit more of that green, just for kicks. In here, so it's really like in the middle of every leaf that's facing us, you know. And this one is kind of like right there. In the back, there's hardly any greens there. So here, so I'm not even going to touch it. So here it's in the middle. Here and here. Where else here? Add some more of that green. The bright green is what I meant. And then this and this. Okay, so this one has just a tiny bit over here. And in the back, almost nothing. Okay, so now we have that. It's coming along. We're gonna add some red to the brown, and that type of red, I'm looking at Alizarin Crimson. This one. It's not a bright red, it's a darker red. Okay, let me see if my camera's ready to go. Okay, she's back from her break. So now I'm going to mix this brown right here with a little bit, a tiny bit of this red. Okay, I think I'm going to need some white because I don't think that it needs to be that dark. So I'm going to add, this is just a mixing white. It's not titanium white, it's zinc white. So I'm just going to add that, like that. That's perfect. And then a little bit more brown, because it is brown. More than it is red, it's brown. Okay, so I'm going to hit the spots where it's more of a red than brown. So, ooh, that's too much. I need to kind of wipe that off. I had too much on my paintbrush. So, and then around here I'm seeing red, like right there. And then here a little bit. And then here a little bit right there. I'm gonna just put the red and then just add some brown later on. Don't worry about the white, the highlights, because that we can add that later. Okay. So this is just preliminary layers. We're going to add some more of that later on. Some more of the different colors that we've already done. Just to make it all tie together. So when your paintbrush flares up like this, it means it's gunky now. This is actually my scruffy brush that I'm using. I should have used a better one. And I think I will. Because I'm gonna have to start to do some of the more intricate, I don't say intricate, because it's really not that big a deal. Just more of the brush strokes that I can control is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I have a filbert brush here. This is a filbert. It's just a type of brush. So I'm going to add some red and that brown again, and a little bit of white. Where am I? So I'm doing this part right here. See, it's a lot better. I was getting carried away. I didn't even know that my camera stopped. Okay, so where was I? So I was under here. I'm just adding that green to it. The more layers you put, the better. So it's just green, the dark green and the light green together, because I'm still seeing that light green right here. So I'm just feathering it out. Feathering it out. I'm going over that dark. Okay? I'll show you. Here I'm just taking the dark and then the light. And I'm feathering it out. There, and then here again. It's drying up, so I'm just slowly, just little strokes. Okay, little strokes. You don't have to be heavy-handed with this. So inside I'm seeing there's a lot of green, like a light green in between all these points. So I'm going to put it back in there. There's a point here. There, and then there's green right here, lighter. I'm taking the light green again, adding it on there. Then where else? Oh, here. And then here, dark and light in here, because there's a lot of that. Just feathering, you know, following your curve. Just following. And then here, under this leaf right here, there's a really darkness going on there. Okay, and then also here, there's this line of dark. And where else? Dark here, going up. Feather it out just to blend it. Let's see, right here too goes that, because this is the back. This is the back of the leaf. So I'm gonna add some brown to that, brown and white, just so I don't lose it. Right there. And then here, this is also brown, but I've added the white because I want it to distinguish from the back there. But I'm gonna go ahead and put some highlights there, so don't worry right now. Actually, what's going on here? Oh. This is like one. This is one right here. I kind of separated it, but it was one. Okay, so now I'm taking my green again, and my light green and my dark green, and over here I'm seeing a lighter tone. Okay, and then here underneath too. Okay, now I think I'm ready to put my highlights. Okay, so I'm ooh, wait a minute. Right here, I missed something. Right here, I want to do the green and the dark green and the brown too, and then a little bit of light, because this one right here is way too bright. So I'm gonna add feather, 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 feather. Okay, now it is now starting to come along, I think. So let me just look and analyze this at this point, and then come back, and while my camera, I don't know, needs to take a rest sometime right now.